Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to LEGO City Undercover. Let's continue. Alright, so we made a decent amount of progress on this area. So next we want to make progress in this area, which we don't have a fast travel location to that, so we'll just fast travel over here. And then just, I guess, run through this section. There was something over here that was bugged out in the last recording, and it's not bugged out now, so I guess I should go and try and get it, and we'll see how that works. Of course, this is a police chase thing, so we get this police chase thing done, and we'll almost certainly end up in a different location, but we'll deal with that later. I recall having a heck of a time trying to get up on this ledge to jump up here, and that's totally what they meant for me to do the whole time, it seems. So these carjacking, joyriding, missions are probably far too many of them happen. You know, I guess this is carjacking. It would be kind of funny. Where is he? Where does it want me to go? Why is it pointing at this car? Oh, because he stole a police car. Yeah, alright. You could, I suppose, as this game clearly should have had more of a open world idea, where you were just driving around and crimes would happen, and then you would respond to those crimes. It could have been a funny thing where had they made Lego babies joyriding the cars. It's like, or Lego teenagers joyriding the cars. Oh no, that baby is driving that car, I've got to save him, type thing. That would be a funny gag. And then you do the reveal of that only after you've chased him down. Seriously? I knocked you over and I still didn't do enough damage? There we go.
I'm out of here.
There you go. Ready to be arrested? There you go. That worked out actually rather nicely. What's the deal with this net? Let's ask that question. There is a netting that LEGO sells, and fencing. I guess maybe you would wrap a mountain if you were looking for, looking to not have a landslide happen, but yeah, that doesn't feel very Lego-y. Doesn't really make a lot of sense. I am not sure I really need to collect all of the Lego Super Bricks in this game. I may just need to do all the Lego Super Brick builds in the game. So, it might be just extra. And I guess if it does boil down to you don't really have to collect all the Super Bricks, then I bet the game doesn't really point out to it. The fact that all Lego minifigs are adults, well, were adults for a very long time, and there was very few Lego children, particularly in Lego games, is something that I still think needs some addressing. The toys themselves have introduced a new baby model that is really nice. and the Lego kids are basically Lego adults with just shorter legs, and that's fine. But the games never do anything with that. And Lego City Undercover would have worked a lot better if it did have a kid or two around. It would feel like a real world. Look at this pier, for example. Just a great example of a empty area. And I feel like these areas in particular, in this top left island, I feel like these were done rather early and done specifically to have very little around them as far as people. I thought that boat that was sitting there was going to be a race that I needed to do. Here we're getting incidental noise of just a pelicans, flock of seagulls, pelicans, whatever. Now, this castle that's over here might prove to be a little frustrating, depending on whether we got everything there or if there's 5 other things that need to be collected. Let's see. Where does this end up putting us? Is there anything over there? No, I already got what was over there, so forget that. It's clearly too easy to cheat things. That's a major problem here. Is that the game as intended does not get played by most of the players, and it's not just me because I'm efficient because I've played several other Lego games before. I think a significant percentage of players would just accidentally have the Rocket Man ability before they started running around in certain areas, and because they have that Rocket Man ability, then it becomes very easy to get to places. Like that jump alone would have been hard without this one ability that is in every single Lego game. Well, let's see if we can go for a 2-4 here. So we need to figure out how many clocks there are. We've got 32 seconds. There's a clue here. There's a color gun thing. Seriously? 103. Meanwhile, that was 3 of 3. I don't feel like I collected 3 of 3. But it said I collected 3 of 3, so whatever. And I did it, so. And we've unlocked a vampire. Spooky. We're almost down to the last 50 gold bricks. There's a super brick still up there to get, though. So I missed something. But you can tell here's a platform area that was not created in mind for somebody who had really warmed up to this game and knows what they're doing, because there's way easy ways to skip sections here. What's funny is we found a area in another tall castle-like section that looked like it was a way you would go down into the museum. It was on top of the museum. It would be kind of funny if that turned into this like fast travel thing that transported you to another section. That's not very Lego-y. That's a Mario reference. Oh, I guess Super Mario... Yeah. Super Mario Brothers, because this was a Wii U exclusive. I guess that makes sense, doesn't it? And... What this didn't do, I guess, is allow you to open up the door to other gags, unfortunately, or any of the other Lego games to just have Mario in them. Alright. So apparently the trick was to come over here, work your way around there, and then that would have gotten to this point. Did we get everything else in this area? Looks like we did. I hope we did. I imagine I need to go that general direction, back towards the farm. But before we do that, let's look in all the opposite directions. Just make sure we're not missing anything. There's a super brick. Grapple time. Apparently I was supposed to be standing on that rock. Now we do have those devil statues. I guess they still are gonna play a role. There's quite a few of those that we just started running into, and they're throughout the entirety of the world. Alright. So that probably will be the last challenge we do. At least that'd be my guess. Like we're starting to rather quickly run out of challenges, and we'll have to see what happens then. That was the last scarecrow. We built the first two of those scarecrows a long time ago. At least 20 hours, I would say. It feels like it's been 20 hours. It feels like we've been playing this game for 60 hours. And I bet if I went and actually looked at the numbers, I'd find that it actually hasn't been that long. And this is really just more of a case of the game being too grindy at the end for its own good. It's a police one. So, is there something else I can do? Those are just color guns. So there's a police mission and nothing, and this disguise token, so we should go get the disguise token. Because the police mission will potentially take us away from where we are, making it more difficult to make sure that we've got everything in this area. Yeah, this seems like this is a time trial thing. So let's start by watering that just in case we need it. And yeah, nothing really would stop me from getting here. So I see a disguise token here, a disguise token there. There's maybe something there, a silver statue, yeah. I see a super brick there. I see cat in the tree. I thought I'd gotten all of those. I see a super brick here. All right. So this is an interesting Lego build, but they only do this once in the whole game. They build one log cabin. They should have used that gag at least a couple of times to build buildings. It doesn't have to be any more complicated than that. If they had forced me throughout this area to build 3 log cabins, I would have been fine. And building a super build to have something inside of it, I guess, is okay. And fireman time. So we'll get Ellie on the comms saying we did a good job after this. All cats have been rescued. And we're at 400. Now it'd be nice if that means that cats now start wandering around.
Finished off. You're on fire today, Chase.
It's kind of funny how they label that, though, as if these are tasks you have to do. They really weren't making it feel like that was the case before. Let's go over here. Noticing that there's some sections here that we're unlikely to visit if I'm not careful. Let's see. And that makes 3 bales of hay, which is, I guess, what these were supposed to be. Over in that direction. I guess we have to go. You can definitely feel a problem that you run into with this because it's just so open-ended. It becomes really easy to get where you're going and where you want to go. Don't have to really work with the system or do anything. Just jump out here. So clearly they wanted me to water those plants and create a platform that you would jump up to for those 2. And you don't have to do it, you can just skip it. This is a terrible point to be looking. because of the ground. And yeah, you're definitely in a weird position when you're just skipping significant amounts of the gameplay, or doing it easier than was expected. So I guess maybe this is a shortcut. It would explain why I couldn't find a shortcut anywhere else. That's a nice Lego build also. Why are all the nice Lego builds at the very beginning of the game where you almost certainly would have missed them? And here you have a map of what looks like a Lego city subway, and not really a map that would in any way coordinate with what the game city looks like. Right, we've got something over here. We got something way over there. We've got a super brick right there. I need to switch away from playing as the mummy. There. His hair proved capable of just clipping through it. I don't know if that is specifically because of just some shenanigans that are going on because of this PC port, or if that's just as intended, or just bad programming in general. Okay. How could I get up here? Doesn't seem like there's anything over in that direction that needs to be collected. Which is weird, certainly, because there's definitely things set up to make us have to go in that direction. Yeah. Yeah, I see nothing at the gas station that needs to be collected. I think we got everything there. The game had us actually play in that section, so wouldn't be surprising, of course, that we'd actually have caught everything. We were in that area, so there we go. Just missed the tree. This was one of those sections that just had everything in it. Let's stand on the platform so we can actually see. And now there's basically nothing. Now it's a struggle to even figure out what direction is the right direction to go in. What thing is the one thing we haven't played with or looked at in detail enough. There's a bunch of these houses, but none of these houses have any people in them. Since you play as a fireman for your whole section of this, it is also a little bit surprising that you don't ever run into a scenario where the forest is on fire. That could be an easy way to block off certain areas in the middle of the game, is just to say, hey, the forest section's on fire. You can't go there right now. Or you have to go there and save the day because the forest is on fire. Whichever direction you would want to take the story. I guess what is here? It's the same thing again, just another brick. I'm gonna go down this tunnel. I'm wearing out my voice. Just go down this tunnel a little bit and see. Yeah, at that point I've kind of crossed over and I'm in the middle part of this tunnel. There still really isn't anything here. We might as well continue down this tunnel though, because this tunnel does have things all around it. And of course micro stuttering comes whether you want it or not. So this is going to require getting back up to where we were. It doesn't feel like there's anything on this lower section. Of course, I could be wrong. It could be that there is something on the second half of this lower section, but let's get the things we can see before we speculate about where the things are that we don't see. This was the one bridge I didn't 100% because I either had the red brick already or I got the red brick without having to go through any of the other hassle of doing anything else. Which I'm fine with that, certainly. Just the red bricks were the right thing to get before we did anything else in the overworld, but unfortunately they didn't help as much as I would have liked them to. I don't feel like other LEGO games were designed in such a way that the red bricks were just so utterly useless for most of the open world missions. So we're gonna take a 50-50 shot here and see if this car has us go in circles or if this puts us somewhere else. We have the fast travel location, so it doesn't kind of matter. So it's going to have us weave between the two things and then do a jump. And then go back down. And then come over here. We have 26 seconds, so I think we're safe. Am I supposed to be turning around? Yes, I am. That's where I could have screwed that up pretty badly. Some of these jumps clearly straighten you out, so you're in the exact right place and that's the exact right angle. Some of these other jumps totally do not do that. There we go. A three-wheeled dragster, it looked like. Was that a three-wheeled car? Or no, it was still, I think, four wheels, just two very small wheels. Alright. So let's look at this now. 37% done. For the Auburn Bay Bridge, there's just a ton of stuff. And the ground may hide things, and the roof may hide things, and the water may hide things. So any and everything is on the table for this red bridge that's supposed to, I suppose, be the San Francisco Bridge, for lack of a better reference. It's weird how they just kind of take some famous monuments from different parts of the United States and merge it all together. A lot of games do that, though, so it's not like LEGO's doing anything too unique. I just have to, I think, keep an eye out on the ocean. Yeah, if there was anything on the ocean, there'd be no way you could scan it. So that's not reasonable. And was there actually a way up either one of these colanders? No. Let's look down here. It's weird that the tracks are blinking blue. Should be able to see something. It's going to be rather difficult. We may just have to use the helicopter. That might be what this boils down to, is that there might just be some collectibles flying in the air that only a helicopter can reach. But we've thought that about other things also, and that's not really been the case. But they might do something different. Or it might be that things just don't unlock until we do the next race. I see something here. Deep under the tracks, where I can't really reach it. Right, we found one thing. I wonder if that's where all the things are. Yeah, let's get it. Yeah. There's maybe something else somewhere around here. Right, well, to start with, we climb up here, climb over here, and then tap A. It's another one of those demon statues. So what does that do? We've unlocked a super wrestler. That makes little sense. It really makes little sense. Why was that one wrestler singled out as a minifig? I mean, sure, it's cute and all, but he doesn't play any special role. He's not a criminal. He's not on any of the cutscenes that I recall. It seems like somebody just built something in their 3D Lego modeling software and said, hey, we want to do something with this, so let's really quick figure an excuse to have 5 of these around. And what is this? That's how you fast travel or drive the train if you want. You could just ride the train. But this is actually in the other section. We are actually in this area where we're trying to see Sovereign Bridge. Okay, I think somewhere around here has to be a race for something. I think. There are pigeons up there. There is a super brick over here. But that's kind of not where this is. Like, we're looking for a boulder to break. We're looking for a free run. And we're looking for getting to the highest point and conquering the district. The odds that all of those are going to center around going this way seems low. And that gets me up there. But how is it? You get over here? I feel like I did this already once. Maybe I climbed all the way up here and should have crossed over. I think that's the right move. No way to really hold the B button and fall down all of those. Yeah, at this slow rate with all the score multipliers, I feel like we probably will have 20 billion. If it stops at 20 billion, then so be it. Ah, there is something up there at the very top. Even if I unlocked everything and then just, if there was a bonus level, which I'm thinking there isn't, because they really have given no indication that there is, playing that one bonus level potentially could send me back up to 20 billion after I unlocked everything. I imagine I won't even spend 1 billion unlocking everything. Some of these things, I assume I didn't miss anything there. Oh, this is the deadly part. I'm holding no buttons right now. Oh, come on, game. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. There. It decided to just have me fall. game is not programmed well enough to be doing this kind of platforming, which is not to say that the game shouldn't have this kind of platforming in it. It's to say that they needed to have done a lot better job. Seriously, twice? Alright, well, we'll take the rocket guy the next time. Micro stutter. Alright, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold down the A button this time. Seriously? Seriously, game. I don't know what it wants me to really do. Come over here and just make sure. Honestly, the chicken farmer, she played better. So, the thing here is the camera angle. Alright, we've got this. Let's walk slowly and carefully. 4th time's the charm. Be careful not to overshoot ourselves. Now this is weird because we did overshoot the brick. There is a super brick that I guess we'll just have to jump down and try and collect later. But wait, I guess we don't want to do that right now. Oh, seriously, don't fall. That's all I want you to do, is not fall. You want me to free run this whole thing? You've got to be joking. After that nightmare? Two more districts to conquer. And I guess they want me to just jump and slide down all the way, which would be a nightmare. Right, let's do this. And then this one, and I'm gonna hit B, and that's how you're gonna get that. And then I'm gonna fly over here, and then fly over that. This is gonna suck. This is really gonna suck. You better give me a ridiculous amount of time to do this challenge. "24 seconds. 36 seconds. Is there any way to shortcut this? I don't think there really is. Let's see. This is where it's gonna go bad. Like, the angle where you land on the ladder is wrong. this, hold the A, and then I'm gonna try to stay off the wall because I think that was the problem. Climb up here and then come over here and start with this. Oh no, oh no. Well, then we're just gonna do a little dance, I guess. Let's see. What can we do while we're waiting? We try the challenge from the map. So the thing we need is the jump here. Once we have the jump, we can get to him and he'll jump better. Let's jump up here. Run. And then send her back to do this part. It really feels like it's only giving me 30 seconds, by the way. Like, it doesn't feel like it's giving me extra time, like 5 extra seconds. It's just hitting a maximum. Alright. But even one fall there is not enough. It's not recoverable. That was an example of the best case scenario, a fall, and didn't work. This is the worst. Like, I've had some sections of this game be incredibly difficult for a kid's game, but this just takes the cake. And like, why would you want a kid to rage quit your game in a LEGO game? Like, this is not Dark Souls. This is not Get Good for kids. This is supposed to be super laid back, easy, and entertaining and relaxing. Seriously, maybe I need to use somebody else. Stay away from the edges so you don't fall down. The good news is we may be at that point where I can't mess any part up after this, in theory. Don't worry, I'll find some practical way to actually do it. There we go. That was awful. Just straight up awful. Frustrating. And by the way, if you missed something up there, you're gonna be rather upset if you had to do that one more time. Alright. So are we done with the Auburn Bridge now? Looking at everything. No, there's still a brick, a boulder somewhere. So where would the boulder be? If I was to guess, the boulder is either going to be down there, or in the middle of the ocean in one of the pylons. And I'm guessing it's probably in the middle of the ocean in one of the pylons. Got it. So. Just jump in this water that at this low texture resolution that I had to set the game to. Does not look like water. There we go. So the good news should be we can fast travel out of the bridge now. 100% of that completed, good. And 96% of that completed. And 73% completed there, so fast travel there. That's where we want to be. We want to scan around and again try to think about how does one get up to that area. My guess is there's a hover thing. Yeah, there is this green farmer thing here. So my guess is I'm supposed to use this to curve all the way over there. Yeah. Had I just activated this the last time and maybe paid more attention, that would have been super obvious and I would have known exactly what to do. Of course, a LEGO game is for kids, and particularly it is rather advertising itself or attractive, I would say, to kids with low attention spans. So if I miss something, then it probably is a good example of a place where kids, some percentage of kids would miss something. So things should just be stupid easy and stupid obvious. Is that the last one? So we blew up all the statues of Rex. We never saw Rex actually putting up those statues. So we really had no investment in blowing up all of them.
That's another job checked off the list, Chase. Well done.
Let's see, what is going on with my timer? Oops. Ooh, how long have we been playing? Let's call it 30 more minutes. Like my timer, I hit the wrong button and didn't start it. So I'm gonna just assume we've been playing for 30 minutes. I think that's probably a underestimate of how long we've been playing. We'll play for 30 more minutes. Worst case scenario, that means we play for an hour and 30 minutes at most. Well, I guess it could have been, we've been playing for 2 hours. So I don't know where I'm getting my math from. Alright. We've got to find the next thing. Know that there's a police quest over in, let's see, over near the farms. Alright. So we've got something here, we've got something there, we've got something here, and way over there, I believe we have something too. And of course, micro stutter. Seems like we're unlocking a lot of miners in the farm area, which I really wouldn't have expected that. Let's see. This is just another example of the Rocket Man making every jump super easy. It's nice, but it would be nice if there was some way to not make it so easy. If there was, for instance, a super brick magnet that you unlocked and it was just really slow, and you could do it the fast way, which would be to jump instead of having a Rocket Man that can fly over everything, and instead you just attracted things to you, that might be a way to not have everything really just boil down to using the rocket ability. I believe I just unlocked the character token of...
That's another job checked off the list, Chase. Well done.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. I believe we just unlocked him. Let's see. It kind of looks like a pig, but it's a horse. There's only like 4 pigs there. We've sent back way more than that. Where are we on the map now? 87%? There's one more vehicle and 1 police action, and each one of those would give us a gold brick, so then there's 1 more gold brick activity also. And putting that out doesn't do anything. Alright. We have this, that, and that. This might be the last fireman challenge. Also. A little pond out of nowhere. It would have probably been nice if there was more of those around the world. Just doing everything.
Another task finished off. You're on fire today, Chase.
Right. So there's a clue here. And I can hit that with a color gun. And then there's this race. And then there's a police action there. Right. So just hit that. 3 out of 3. That's gonna unlock the another character token right at the front door of that house, I guess that's what you would describe it as. It's a house. It's a farmhouse. Highland Battler. Is that supposed to be a reference to Highlander? A adult TV / movie series that's pretty old, well, rather old, and also extremely inappropriate age-wise. Alright, well, the tractor has boosts, so we really shouldn't have too much trouble here. In fact, the tractor may have an advantage over most cars in that its wide wheelbase makes it easier to drive and less likely to flip over, and its heavy weight keeps it on the ground a little bit easier. It also seems like it's got quite a lot of go when you boost it. So much so that I'm a little bit afraid that I'm going to accidentally go the wrong direction. And I believe they want me to bring it this direction. 14 seconds.
That is gonna leave it dead.
Where are we going? Here, I guess. Interesting to use the phrase "oh heck." I nearly skidded right off the ground with that one. We've got plenty of time now, as long as we don't mess this up somehow. Oddly, that's probably the best car so far I've driven. There's 3 more time trial vehicles. Then we've got the police action we need to do. Listening to these terrible lines of
It
dialogue.
sure is nice of Jethro to let us use his water tower as a hot tub.
Yeah, I can feel the stress just slipping out of me. Say, can you turn on the bubble jet?
All right, hand me that can of beans.
Hello, Philip. What have you been up to
Gross.
today?
Ah, the usual. Firstly,
Wait! Shh! The farmer's wife is coming.
Well, what are you two doing in here? Silly animals.
People must never know we can talk, Philip.
That's weird. Interesting, we have...
I haven't had a
Two
shower
of
for
them.
over a month, and I've only survived for the last 2 weeks by eating hay and drinking water from the animal trough. Some days I wonder if it's really worth it. But when I think about the alternative, it gives me strength. Whatever happens, I will not lose this game of hide and seek.
These jokes are bad. Really, really bad.
Right, Morty. Are you sure no one followed us here?
No, they got eyes everywhere.
Right answer, Morty. Otherwise, I'd have known you were one of them. I've been doing some spying, and I think their base of operations is at the sawmill.
So we're gonna go smash it up, right?
Yeah, that'll stop the aliens.
Those guys sound cuckoo. I better make sure they don't do anything stupid.
Again, I think it would have been more in line with the story they were telling. Am I going the right way? I have no idea. Like, it showed me a direction, and now I'm looking for a general purple haze. It would have been more in line with the story if there was a group of criminals that were working and running out of the farm area. Yeah, I got 30 more seconds. I don't know. I just don't have a clue. Where am I supposed to be going? Is there possibly a scan thing I could have scanned? sawmill. Like, I have no idea what a sawmill is. Is it over? They were over here, so it would be kind of silly to just have to run towards them. Let's try that again, I guess. We are here. It's showing me that. It's showing me a path. I guess the sawmill is this direction. I honestly think it is way in that direction. No, it's way over here. Alright. That one's difficult. All these trees are definitely in the way. And you could have fixed that mostly just by getting rid of most of the trees. And having this be a already logged area. LEGO still makes sets around tree logging and cutting down trees. And I doubt they would stop at any point. I imagine at some point they'll probably try and write some story into it where they are
Tell my lawyer it's the usual.
they are sustainably growing trees. And as a society, we do need trees. Like construction material, paper, these are still things getting used quite a bit.
I ain't even trying. Bye. Stop, or I will keep running after you.
There we go. If I can get past the lagging. Just tap B. It's weird to have the farmers just be crazy people who think aliens exist when all of the other crime groups are capable people that are doing evil criminal things, but they're capable, that and slightly comedic, but not pathetically comedic. Right. So, what are we looking for in this area, by the way? 97% is one character token. Where would that character token be? I figure I probably missed something. That would be my guess. So, let's see if we can find this. We're at that level now where we just don't know. Just don't have a clue where the one thing is. And the one thing could be anywhere. I imagine it would be kind of smart to go to the dojo, because we haven't been there in a while. The character token could be hiding behind any, I guess, collection of mini actions of 5 or so. Could be flying, hiding in a cave, it could be flying in the air, it could be just conveniently in that one location. Okay. This is where it's gonna get down to, though. This will be the experience, is finding the last thing. And that wasn't the last thing, even. Or maybe it was. Let's just double check the map. 97%. We were at 97% before. Is there any action left in this area? No. So there is just straight up a character token somewhere here. Somewhere. And that's kind of all I can get from this. Somewhere. We may just have to fast travel and jump through from area to area. We'll give it the old college try to collect everything in one area, and then say, well, if I can't find it, we'll go to the next area and try the next thing. And if we can't find that, we could fly in front of that Mount Rushmore face. There might be something to that. There's a possibility that there's something hidden down in the sections. There's a possibility that there's something around the edges of this dojo. Yeah, you definitely run into a problem because the walls just block everything. So it could be go high, it could be go low, it could be do something completely different. I guess this is a decent place in case you wanted some extra studs. We are about 100,000 short of having 20 billion. It's totally possible I unlocked a character and then didn't pick it up. But yeah, that could be anywhere. That section over there is the other part of the map. So we don't really have to look over there. This is a drop down. I feel like I probably missed a character token in a completely different area. Alright, so let's fast travel back to this area and run over in this general direction. Is there possibly one way up here? No, I don't think so. And way in the trees that direction? I don't think so. Maybe there's one in the tunnel. That's possible. Or could be one in the water somewhere. anything there? Wait a minute, I think I maybe did see something. Guess not. Well, progress has scrolled down to a crawl. Let's see, this is a color swapper. Not something that needs to be color swapped, I guess. See, when you scan that, you get in the top and bottom a indicator that is not there normally. Well, you get a whole bunch of indicators actually. So if I was highlighting something, it should give me an indication. I can't help but feel like we've been all over this area. So, where is the helipad? It's over here. Let's give that a try. Seriously, why do these helipads not want to work? They just don't want to work half the time. Is it Chase is the only one that can use the helipad, or they work like once and then that is it? These are so glitched. These are completely glitched. Alright. Is there something hidden under this bridge? Doesn't seem like it. Is there something hidden under this bridge? Doesn't seem like it. We've been up here, we've been up there, we've been up here, we've been up here, we've been up here. There's kind of nowhere else to go. That just flies me to that area. So, unless there was something about driving the train yourself, I should just, if there is something in this, I should just run into it. There's a whole secret level here. But no, I'm not seeing a area that is up top where a character token would be. Maybe this is it. Maybe that red box. Got a couple of red boxes and stuff. At this point, I think you're on the bridge. I don't think you're still in the city. There is something here. This is interesting, I guess, to say the least, but I don't think this is gonna turn into anything. What do I have to lose, I guess? Tap A to accelerate. Okay. I guess this will be the last thing we do. Is we'll just see how this works. And we're just tapping A like crazy, and Rex is just flapping his arms like a chicken. And guess we can move the camera a little bit to see. Yeah, I don't see what this is gonna do unless this goes to a specific spot and accomplishes something specific. Because there needs to be a point where this, like, see, now when I try to back up here, will I go to the right? Nope. The train cart doesn't change. The switch doesn't switch. Well, this still seems rather silly. This really feels like this would be closer to an achievement territory type action than a simple character token type action. You never are gonna hit a point where this gets downhill. So you have to tap A, you can't hold A. This is ridiculous. Like, do they want me to go full circle? Because that would be insane. That's kind of all this could do, though, is we could just sit here and go full circle for 20 minutes. Meanwhile, let's jump on this side. Nope. It does want me to go in this direction. So it does have a pick. But we've already passed 2 train stations. I can't imagine there being a good reason to do this. And we can't swap lanes by holding left or right. So yeah, this is just dumb. That is just dumb. Okay. So where are we going to leave this off? We've got 100% here. We've got 97% here. We need to figure out where that one character token is. We've got 100% here. We've got 93% here. We need to figure out where the 2 gold bricks are on that one. I think there's a police action and there's a fast travel station. Particularly, we should get there. There's also a fast travel station we should particularly get there. that would be helpful. 92% here, so that would be fine too. 96% here. So there's things all around that we just need. We're just gonna have to go in a circle, and I think what we'll do is we'll go to the LEGO airport and fly around the LEGO airport and see why we're missing so many things at the LEGO airport in particular, and then we'll use the helipad to start flying to each location, and just before we land, scoping out every location. There went my rickshaw, or whatever that's called. Oh well. We are at 85.1% done. I'm not sure how long we've gone, but I'm going to assume that it's somewhere between an hour and an hour and 30 minutes. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me even further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.